Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, what is our subject for today? It's pretty cool, guys. It's called cut and paste sales approach. What did he say? I said cut and paste selling approach. You're probably going cut and paste selling approach. What the hell is that? Well, a lot of times in computer land, when you get on the computer, you can cut some basic information and paste it somewhere else. And that means that you took a great idea and you put it into motion, maybe in a term paper, maybe you cut and paste an idea and you put it somewhere and you use it in a paper, and it made you successful because you got some good advice or some good information and you saw that it was very important. So the title for today is, like I said, selling cut and paste sales approach. How does it work? Well, I've been in sales a long time, and here recently, just today, I was talking to this young lady, very sharp. Her name was Ashley, just a very top of the line salesperson, and she just mentioned that word cut and paste, and I myself had that same thought a while ago, but it was kind of like, when I hear a term, it's like God gives me these inspirations, these flashes of information. And I'm going to tell you what, in this regard, cut and paste means bigger and more important than you think. See, a lot of times it's about, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because, see, here's the thing. If you see somebody doing something right in a sales field and their training is really good, and you notice that they are doing something that's very successful, well, why don't you use their approach instead of trying to, try to make up something and invent something and reinvent something by just cutting and pasting, taking their ideas and their information and implementing these ideas? It can help you in your sales system. I'm telling you, I've got over 500 sales videos in every form and capacity. I listen to motivational stuff. I listen to other speakers. I listen to people who are in sales and stuff. And what I've done in my own sales experience is take bits and pieces of nuggets of information and incorporate it into my selling career. And I'm going to tell you what, cutting and pasting, taking that information, it may seem a little trivial. Write it down, put it somewhere, and then later as you sell something, use that knowledge and you can close more sales. Cutting and pasting and selling, it means that you're listening to mentors, people who are successful, people who have been there and done it, and they did really, really well. And maybe they failed, so that means you don't have to fail because you see that they're doing something right. Selling is an art form. And when you work in a company, there are people who have already, and if they're a good company, they've already had people who failed there. They've already had people who've struggled, and they figured out how to be able to share information with you as a salesperson that is going to help you step by step to be able to close more sales. Now, a lot of times people fight the system. They think they don't have to, I'll just do it my way. I don't need to listen to what these people have to say. They don't know me. I'm a great salesman. Blah, 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 blah. That ain't true. Cutting and pasting means you're taking their quality of information and you're using it in your everyday sales. Selling is important and we matter, but if we don't have direction and a foundation, how easy is it for you to close sales? It ain't. I've been in sales a long time, so I can give you some basic information on how to close sales. And one of the key components in this regard is getting the right information and using that information to help you to be successful. Successful people, they want to be successful, but they also know that, hey, they can learn from people who've been there and done that. And if you're trying to get into sales, or if you're in sales and there's a system there already in place and it's been successful, you might want to go ahead and change your approach and start learning the system. I mean, this Miss Ashley, she was very forthright and, works in a good company. And she was just mentioning this and it came to my mind. And that's why I'm talking about Miss Ashley, because she gave me this little bit of nugget and reminded me that, hey, cutting and pasting positive things, cutting and taking bits and pieces of information from successful people and then incorporate them into your business, your repertoire, over the phone selling, in person selling, talking to people in general. It means a lot. A lot of times people think that they've got to reinvent the wheel. You don't got to. All you got to do is change it up a little bit and then make it your own. One of the key components is that I've learned, like I said, I started in sales back in the 80s. I was listening to Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins, and I would listen to these people, and I did not take every single suggestion. What I did was I cut and paste the ideas that fit my personality and the way I sell. So what I'm asking that you do is, I've got like over 500 sales videos. Watch my videos, give me some thumbs up, because my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy, and cut and paste pieces of information, write them down, and use them in your own selling approaches. Like I said, I'm a real salesman. I've been in sales a long time. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And I'm going to tell you what, if you want to learn from somebody who's been at the top, who's also been at the bottom and in the middle, that's me, Gary Lee. Yeah, I'm not real proud about that. But one of the things I know is that I learn from my mistakes. And so now when I see something special with a company that I'm working with, I want to know the quality stuff. I don't want to know the crap. I want to know the information that makes those people who are at the top successful. And I want to emulate those people. I want to be like those people. So I put myself in an environment where I can learn from these people. Again, cutting and pasting, selling means basically you are taking those pieces of nuggets, those information that makes those people so good at what they do, and using it in your own repertoire, using it to be successful. Selling is a great opportunity, guys. I'm going to tell you what, there's going to be some times where you do really, really well. There'll be some times that are lean, and then there'll be some times where you may have to jump ship, because sometimes companies go out of business, things happen, and I've been in sales since the 80s, so I can tell you a lot of things happen, and we're salespeople. We're important, and we really matter. But cutting and pasting, I keep doing this because, see, I keep learning new ideas. And some of the stuff like you read, sometimes you gloss over it and it doesn't seem important to you. But then years later, you go back over the same materials, you cut that material with your mind and you paste it where you can use this information. It makes all the difference. Because, see, a lot of stuff you get bombarded with. You get all this sales material, all these ideas, all these closing techniques, all these different ways of having selling conversations, and it can be kind of overwhelming. So to train yourself to be successful is you want to write stuff down. I mean, I literally write lists, guys. I write lists of ideas and things that I can use because I have been listening to great people give great advice and great information. And like I said, if you're trying to be an awesome salesperson, you need to cut and paste and use the fundamentals, the ideas, and you need to train and study hard. A lot of times people, that's the key component right there, is they want to act like they've already arrived. And then they don't do the hard work. They don't do the things that they need to do to be successful. Remember, guys, I'm a real salesman. I've failed many times. I've been successful many, many times too. But again, I didn't know that, hey, Gary, you don't have to reinvent things. Just take the basics, the fundamentals from successful people, and incorporate it into your own selling career, incorporate it into your own selling life. And again, here's the thing, guys. Not everybody's going to be successful the first day they get into sales. It takes time. Like I said, I've worked with some companies that were great companies, and I was very successful with them, and they went out of business. I'm like, God dang, man, I thought I was going to be working for those companies forever. But I've been, like I said, around since the 80s, and I've seen it all. So the key to success in this regard, guys, is not to reinvent the wheel. Take it serious when you get in selling, okay, guys? Don't give it lip service. If you want to do good and you want to be good at what you do have to study the craft of selling. It just makes sense. So watch my videos, give me some thumbs up, and share this stuff, because there's a lot of salespeople out there that want to be successful, or people in general who want to be successful, but they need mentors. They need people who've been there, done that, and who've been through all the crap. If you don't have to go through all the crap that I've been through, and you can take, like I said, cut and paste these different videos and take the nuggets of information, it'll make you a better salesperson. Like I said, I learned the hard way. And, I'm just having fun with you guys, but I'm going to tell you what, selling is a lifestyle. It's a career. I mean, I've tried doing the 9 to 5 type of jobs. It just didn't gel with me. It didn't make me feel right. I always knew that I was meant for bigger and better things. I'm an entrepreneur type spirit. I like working for myself. I don't like to work at 9 to 5. I like to be able to figure out how I can sell. Now, if you work in retail, you do have those jobs that you have to work the 9 to 9 or whatever. But what I'm saying is, if you're a real salesperson, if you're working out there, cut and paste is going to make all the difference in the world. Get you some paper like I do. Write down ideas. Try to figure out how you can use those ideas to fit in what you're doing today. Those techniques, there's thousands of closing techniques and sales techniques. Write down the ones that you can use today. And I would always say this: read books, listen to audio, go on YouTube, go on these different formats, and be able to listen to other people who've been successful. How do you become successful in anything? You follow the masters, you follow the mentors, you follow people who have struggled, who have done the things that it took time to be successful at. And one of the key things I can recommend to you is stick and stay in sales. It takes a while sometimes for you to see that, hey, if I do a good job, I can really do this job. It's a great career. I didn't say it was easy, because being a salesperson, it can be very difficult. It can be fun, it can be exciting, but it can also be frustrating. But I love everything about sales. The reason being is because I am a salesperson. I love it. It just makes me feel like I matter. We make the world go around, guys. Think about this. If we don't sell something, the world doesn't move. Everybody and every company needs you. So invest in yourself. Go ahead and remember, cut and paste. Get great information from those people that you like that are in sales, and use their information. I've been doing it for years, but I never knew it was called cut and paste until like I said, I was talking with Miss Ashley, and we had this conversation. I had thought about cut and paste to do a video on in the past, but she kind of brought it to my attention, and it was like, oops, I need to do a video on this. Remember, you can take information from a lot of great resources, but unless you do the job, unless you get out there and use that information, you're not going to be successful. But I know you are, because you're important and we matter. Selling is great. Just remember, cut and paste. Take the basic information, use that in your repertoire. And if your company's got some success, they've been doing something success, they got successful people, see if you can get those people to mentor, follow their system, but always look outside the box so you can learn new techniques. Cut and paste, guys. It's just not trivial. It's for real. And remember, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if there's a way to make it better, that is what you want to do. Cut and paste, guys. Cut and paste. And selling, it goes hand in hand. Get those nuggets of information and go out there and sell something. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And we just had a great conversation about cutting and pasting. Yeah, just like on the computer program. Cutting and pasting the most important information and using it to help you to become successful in selling. So do me a favor, go out there and sell something, and don't forget, cut and paste the information that's going to take you to the top. All right.